Hello everyone. Secret Mimic VR, right? Yeah, are we all happy with what we've seen? Happy watching our favorite content creators play it? See all of them just having an absolute blast? No, no one is. Because it's not on PC, and almost none of them can even play it. And for those who did play it, had a miserable experience. So, this is gonna be a fun video for me, isn't it? So, I will be honest, I stayed up really late last night because I wanted to play Secret Mimic VR Mode. I was up at well, actually, because I was talking to people online afterwards, I was up to like 5 a.m., but I was up to like 2 a.m. before we got actual news on it. I pulled an all-nighter. I thought, basically, my headspace was kind of like, if you saw my previous stream, you kind of would have, I guess, already knew what I was going for here. I was intentionally sleep depriving myself because I thought it'd be funny to play Secret Mimic sleep deprived. You know, full Arnold, really get into it. But yeah, unfortunately that didn't amount to anything because I couldn't play it anyway. Isn't that great? It's okay, so a lot of things that I talk about, but today we're going to be covering all the stuff that Steelwool have themselves have talked about, because there's a lot to unpack just from what Steelwool has said, and even before I found out that I couldn't really play the game, like just from reading out the initial tweet and blog post, we'll get to that very, very soon, there was some big signs of, oh no, Steelwool, what have you done, from the very beginning. So let's start off with this. This is the trailer. I'll let you guys watch this without my face cam in the way. But this is like the trailer they announced that the game was available on. Secret Mimic VR Mode is now available on PlayStation VR 2. That will be very relevant. 20 seconds, let's go. And that's it. So actually, just kind of want to talk about this for a second. I actually really like these. I love these little videos they've been doing for all their ports. They're great. This actual video is I love it. My favorite thing here, as people have already called this out, but check this out. The way he removes Freddy's head is a reference to the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 poster. You know, the one where Freddy's like ripping his jaw up and like contorts himself, that rare poster? Yeah. It's a reference. Isn't that like really cool? Yeah, let's whip it up, let's whip it up. I didn't actually plan to pull this page up. Is it east or west? West Hall corner. FNAF, West Hall. Yeah. Grab, in case you don't know which image I'm talking about. To be. Oh, it's gonna be somewhere. Oh, I gotta go to a separate gallery page. No. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. This one. This. No, this. Yeah, it's... They're twisting the head like this way, the draw's to the left. It's actually the other way around, I think. But I'm still pretty confident this is a reference. It feels deliberate. The way he's grabbed the jaw on the top of the head. It feels deliberate. I don't know, I think it's cool. I think that's an intentional reference. Enough about that, though. At the same time they dropped this, they also uploaded a blog post. Now, of course, before even checking the page myself and seeing if I could play it, I watched this first. Just because, as I said, I love these little teasers, so I wanted to watch it before I went into it. And I wanted to read this, just to see everything they had to say. You're not watching from the shadows anymore. Well, I am, actually, but you know, well, yeah, sure, whatever. You're standing inside them. Everything you've heard was just a warning. Experience it now for yourself in full VR. I really wish I could. Come face to face with Jackie and Big Top. Get closer than ever to Chica. And the Mimic. Every sound, every movement, every decision matters when you're trying to get a bonus from corporate. Can you survive the night while securing the data diver? Five Nights at Freddy's Secret Mimic is available now on PlayStation VR 2, bringing a new level of immersion to the terror. We know many of you are eager to jump in on other platforms as well. Yeah. Well, we're not ready to share full details just yet, but actively working on bringing Secret Mimic to additional platforms, including PC, like very soon. This was immediately a what? Because if you didn't know... Okay, I'll finish reading. A version of the game for the MetaQuest is in the works, likely to release later in 2026. likely to release 2026. As always, we'll update you on social media. I wish I was recording when I first did this. I burst out laughing, reading, as always, we'll update you on social media. Because Steel will kind of infamously have a communication issue, and there's definitely a lot of that today as well. We'll be releasing patches of PlayStation VR 2 in the coming weeks to remove some existing bugs. So immediately, this was the part where I looked at it and was like, oh god, Steel, what are you doing? Incoming PlayStation VR 2 patches and fixes. A save state issue in the Star and the Moon maze. Distractible mice are not displaying the inventory station. Wardrobe hiding spaces not having the correct viewpoint from inside. Some ending credits of display only for one eye. Various missing audio cues. Miscellaneous quality of life bug fixes. Adding teleport as a movement style. Keep an eye on our socials for more updates on other platforms. Thanks for playing. They intentionally released it unfinished, knowing it was still needed to be patched, knowing that there was things missing, entire features missing, broken saves every now and then, and the credits are broken. I'm not going to show every complaint people have found. This is not an exhaustive list of issues. There's a lot of problems with PlayStation VR 2's version of Secret of the Mimic. There's a lot of issues, and the credits are one that's particularly bad. The ending as well, the endings are awful. So yeah, it's just straight up unfinished. They launched it unfinished, and only on one platform. Now, one platform, a lot of people are saying that, oh, they never announced it to be on PC. Dorco just assumed that. Part true, Dorco did just assume it. But they did also imply that it was coming to PC because of this. On this trailer, the April 18th trailer, I guess. This is Australia time, so it might be 17th, I don't know. It literally says Class 2 RV SPCP. Now, read this backwards. PC PSVR 2. They already paired this up 2 weeks ago. By the time of 2 weeks ago, they were still hyping up PlayStation and PC getting it at the same time. So what happened? Honestly, this. I'm betting it's this. The fact that it was unfinished. I guess this is just part just theory, but I'm pretty sure that they intended to release them at the same time. I don't think it's a Sony exclusivity thing, because they've always had exclusivity stuff with Sony, and it's never stopped them from releasing these things at the same time before. So I don't think it's that. I genuinely think that the game is just unfinished. That they tried to rush out PlayStation VR 2, and just try to rush it out unfinished because they just wanted to meet the release date, I guess. But they couldn't do that for PC, I guess because PC had more issues than this and it literally wasn't even playable. That's my guess. I think PC was just in a worse state to the point where they couldn't even rush it. So, that's purely because, as I said, it's... Why would you release a game that you know is unfinished? Why the fuck would you do that? I get it, it's because they don't want to delay it. That's it. And I kind of get it, especially if you're that close. Like, the game is playable. None of these issues completely destroy the experience. They're playable. I've seen people upload clips, I've seen people play it, I've seen people beat it. It is a playable game, so I get why they didn't want to delay it a few days just to do these extra little things. I feel like they should have, though. This is bad. This is bad. I'm going to be very vocal about this. This is bad. You don't release things that you know are broken. Especially considering that as a developer, there's always things that you don't know are broken. There's a lot of issues that you're going to need to patch day one because you didn't know about them. If you know about a lot of them already, there's going to be a lot more that you don't know about, and you're not going to be able to patch that very quickly because you're busy still patching out the things you already knew about. Just delay it 2 days, man. And yeah, it is 2 days, because check this out, they just made a tweet this morning. So this is going to be new if you watch like Johnny Blox's video or something earlier. This just got tweeted, so this is new. Hi all, we see there is some confusion about Final Fantasy Secret VR launch today, and we want to clarify everything. We launched our PlayStation VR 2 update today. PlayStation VR. ATM machine moment. We are currently testing the launch build for our PC VR version via Steam. We're expecting to approve and launch the PC VR build in the next day or two. So I'm gonna hope 2 days, because I want them to have an extra day of trying to fix things. They really need to fix things up, because there's more issues than this. and there's some pretty bad ones, like the endings. I don't want to just share a lot of people shitting on the game. The endings are particularly atrocious. Basically, every shot change, the screen blacks out for a bit, and in some cases, you miss entire things because the screen is blacked out for long enough that you miss the thing that they're trying to show. So, like, it literally, and then when it is visible, your camera jerks around and stuff. The endings are so awful from what I've seen in clips. So they really need to fix that. If that isn't on the to-do list already, that needs to be fixed before this launch. The other thing needs to be fixed is I've seen an issue where it's not responsive. The buttons you touch aren't responsive. This was an issue in the original Help Wanted as well, and something that really hindered the game for me. And it's one of the few reasons why I'm one of the few people that don't rate Help Wanted very high, because it's so unresponsive. It doesn't feel good to press buttons. This game has the same issue. So very disappointing there as well. And that could be awful. There's also the other fears of how did it come to. I can't shit on it. I can't just shit on it. It's so mean. But it's kind of deserved. You can't release something in that state. Can't. You don't do that as a developer. Anyway, continue reading. We're expecting to approve and launch PC VR build next day or two. We'll announce the second our team certifies it. We're a little behind the scenes. The current testing is right at the end. Sure. Our blog has also notes on our patch run for PSVR 2. They'll also be applied for the PC version. So, it looks like because the PC version is delayed, this patch will be out for PC. I hope that's on launch, because things need to be fixed on launch, and I hope there's more things than just these 7. And again, the endings specifically really need to be fixed. I would hate someone to go into Sigma VR for the first time out of hype, the PC build, and then getting endings where half of your screen's black and you don't even get to see it or appreciate it. The screen's black for most scene changes too, by the way. Like, if you climb into a locker, it blacks out your screen, and then you're in the locker. I believe the same is the case with the Springlock suit, I'm not sure. Speaking of which, little weird thing that I just want to call out too. The Springlock suit arms. Again, I'm sorry I can't bring up clips because I didn't save any. You have arms in the Springlock suit, but you don't have arms as Arnold. That's weird. I would have assumed if you had hands as Arnold, it would have just been the hands in the Springlock suit as well. Apparently you have arms in the Springlock suit. Maybe I'm wrong. As I said, all I've got from things I've heard, because I can't play it. Because they didn't launch PC VR the same day. And you know what? Considering how bad that this launches, from what I've seen with things online, I'm not too upset about the fact it got delayed now. It needed to be delayed. You know what? The PlayStation version needed to be delayed as well. Poor PlayStation players. I'm sure they would have much preferred being told, hey guys, it's gonna be 2-day wait. You're gonna have to wait another 2 days. Sorry. Just a couple of bugs you found last minute. They'll be ready in 2 days. People would have been fine. Talk to us and do what you need to do to deliver a good product. So there's like 2 issues here. There's 2 issues here. One, quality assurance. You don't launch a game in that state. It's playable, it's not as bad as launch Security Breach, but it was still pretty bad. You don't launch a game when you know there's issues. You delay it if you have to. So quality assurance is issue 1. But hey, that can be fixed, right? Patches come out. Patches are already planned. PC version may have patches on launch, so even the launch version on PC might not even be that bad. Like, that can be fixed. In a year's time, when it's all patched up, maybe it'll be perfect and amazing. So that's only hurting the now. It still hurts in the now, and it's valid to complain about it now, and it's valid to tell them how bad it is to do that in the now, but if they fix it, then at least, you know, they fix it. It's not that bad. 2, communication. Talk to us, Steelwool, Scott, everyone working on the series. It feels like Five Nights is too scared to tell us anything. We are left in the dark for so long. And then we get news like, oh yeah, the PC version's delayed on the day of launch. You gotta tell us these things a little in advance. Come on. I would have taken, hey, they were gonna be delaying a version of the game just a few hours before they released. If they didn't know, if they tried to get it out at the last minute, and they only knew on the day of that they couldn't quite make it. Because, I mean, let's be real. 1 or 2 day wait, I could totally see a realistic scenario where they thought they could get it out today. I see that. I could totally see that as a possibility. I'm not going to blame them for that. But, at some point today, they would have known that before launch. They would have looked at it and gone, this is going to need another 2 days. And I know that because I already knew that there was issues that are going to have to be fixed. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but like, this isn't really acceptable. It's not the worst thing of it. It's not a repeat of Security Breach Day 1. It could be worse. These things can be fixed. They can communicate with us later. They can fix the game. But they need to fix. They do need to fix, because the state it's in right now, in what they're doing at the moment, isn't good. I'm not happy with it. I've been very disappointed. I'm very disappointed that I stayed up so late to find out that I wouldn't be able to play it for another 2 days. And I'm disappointed that the few clips I did see were not very good. They're atrocious. Again, there's more issues than what I'm remembering. There's more issues than what they're saying. It's just a big disappointment. I'm just disappointed. Really. I'm frustrated and disappointed. I'm disappointed by how the state the game launched in, and I'm frustrated with the communication. That's how I feel. I guess that's all I had to say. I was going to originally live stream this, and I'm going to talk to people in chat about it, but I didn't feel like live streaming at the moment. Maybe I'll live stream later. I don't know. Is there anything? I feel like there was something else I wanted to say as well. I just can't remember it. So if there's anything else I need to say, I'll do another video. And of course, what I've been saying for the past while, when it comes out on PC, I will try my best to live stream it. Hopefully my PC is good enough, and hopefully it's been patched a little bit. That is my hope. But I will be playing it on launch in VR. Hope it's good. If not, if it turns out atrocious and I hate it by the end of it, then at the very least, the bare minimum, in like a year's time, when Final Fantasy 12 comes out, then I'll do my own full series playthrough, because I like doing full series playthroughs when things come out. Maybe when I do a full series playthrough, I'll re-look at it and go, at least that got patched. It sucks that it was bad at the first place, but at least hopefully it can get patched. The very least, bare minimum. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I remembered now. I'm happy I remembered and don't have to make a separate video. Sorry for delaying this even more. The reason why this was rushed in the first place. Because there's a big elephant in the room here. How did it take 10 months for a game to launch in this state? That's something a lot of people are asking. Because modders are also bringing it back in VR. Modders have done all sorts of VR stuff. I almost played the modded VR as a joke. Going into it, like, because the official VR got cancelled, I almost, like, downloaded a mod and was like, alright guys, here it is. But the truth is, the modded version of VR is actually not fully playable yet. There's sections that completely break. So again, bare minimum, Steel will have at least done the bare minimum to make the base game playable. It is not an unplayable experience. I know that's just the bare minimum, but at least they have done that much. So, that's at least something. But what took them so long if it was in an unfinished state for only one platform? The answer for me, I genuinely think they're working on Final Fantasy 12. Steel will work on multiple projects at once, and I think this is a case where the next mainline game took priority. And again, if it's only in 2 days, especially if it gets patched in these 2 days, then they only just barely kind of missed their deadline, right? So I think, I fully believe they thought they would be able to make it. Unfortunately, they didn't. But I think that what took the time would have been work on the next game. Because I think, I'm working on a video at the moment about my predictions for the next game, when we'll get information, what I think it'll be about. It has actually been in development for months now, but I keep being distracted by other things. Like, right now, I'm distracted by Chica's Secret Party. If you didn't know, I'm working on making Chica's Secret Party a real playable thing. About a third of the way through. I'll probably do more development on that today. But, I forgot where I was going with this. Yeah, Final Fantasy 12, my video on that, is, I don't know how long it will be, but one of the things I say in that is that I believe we'll get a trailer, a small trailer, like Secret of Mimic's first trailer, Hope 102's first trailer, you know, those really small ones that barely tell us anything. Those little announcement trailers, we'll get one of those at PlayStation State of Play, like the end of the year. I don't think we'll get it super soon, but near the end of the year we'll get one, right before PAX, and then at PAX, I think we'll get the demo. I think they're trying to, like, lock in on making a small playable demo for PAX, because that's what they did for every other game. Security Breach got screwed over by COVID, so they couldn't have a demo for that, but Hope 1 had a demo at PAX, Hope 102 had a demo at PAX, Secret of Mimic had a demo at PAX. I think it's just a thing they try to do. So I do think they're trying to, like, make enough progress on Fights Freddy's 12 as much as they can, just so that they can make sure that that's ready for PAX. And I think doing that has taken away some time that they needed from the VR mode, biting off more you can chew. I'm not saying that to excuse it, but I just wanted to, like, add that on, that I do think that's something, hopefully, that might happen. Oh no, I'm rambling too much now. It's been 20 minutes. This does not need to be a 20-minute video. But I'll see you next time. Again, 2 days, whenever it will be, I'll try to stream it. Probably see you then, because there's no way I'm getting a video out between now and then, if it's that soon. So, yeah, see you. Bye.